family, it's your girl Miss Craft, aka the Geeky Gardener. I wanted to take you along with me on my walkthrough for the garden so I can see what's going on out there. But before I do, let me warn you, it's probably going to be a lot of stuff I'm going to be extremely embarrassed about. And the reason why is that it's been raining a lot here, a lot. And I'm the type of person that gets depressed with a lot of rain. If I don't get my sunshine vitamin D, it's just kind of like I want to do no thing. Not nothing, no thing. So unfortunately, a lot of my plants had to defend for themselves. And today has been the first, the first really pretty sunny day that we've had. And like a miracle, I got all this energy that I want to do a whole bunch of stuff with now. So I figured I'd do a walkthrough, see where the damage is and what I need to do, and I'll take you guys along with me. The reason why I'm starting with the fish tank, I wanted to show you as a continuation of the first try at the sweet potato slips. As you can see, I've tried it again. I got 3 potatoes in there and they are losing their mind with the Osmocote fertilizer. So not only is the potato feeding the slips, they're also within the roots getting fertilizer that way as well. So they are going crazy. Part of me actually kind of likes it and may keep some of it as a quote-unquote house plant, but the rest are going to go into the garden when it's time to go. Basically what I've been doing is, as I see one I like these are all overgrown, but if I see one I like, oops, trying to do this one-handed. See one I like, I come down here, I break it off like that, and then stick it right back in the water so it can root. And then come time to actually get these in the ground, these will all be rooted. Now some I have taken out and put into glasses of water to make sure I have some slips to go in. Like I said, this is all very much an experiment. This will kind of give me a chance to determine who's going to give me the healthier roots. The ones that I'm constantly feeding in the fish tank with the fish water and the addition of the Osmocote, or the ones that I'm rooting just in plain water. Now on this side, I got some new additions. I got a jasmine plant. I'm going to name this one Miss Starduster too, because if it wasn't for her, I probably wouldn't have gotten it, because she was kind enough to give me some jasmine oil, and man, did that smell wonderful. It smells so good. And I just happened to be online and saw that they had a jasmine plant, so I got that. So there you go, Miss Starduster. That's you right there. I got a blueberry here from Stark Brothers. This one is a blueberry glaze. Now, as you can see, it's an early plant. It's already trying to put flowers on there. I probably would pinch it off because this baby's small. She shouldn't be having babies yet. So, but we'll see. I have to do some more research whether it's a good thing to pinch them off now or not. And then next to her, I have another blueberry called, sorry if this isn't focusing, like I said, I'll read it out. This one's called Silver Dollar, and I think this one's a late bloomer. So she's just putting on some new growth here. And they'll get those guys outside pretty soon. Then next to her, I have a strawberry plant called Purple Wonder. These are supposed to be really, really dark berries. Now, again, this fast young lady is also trying to put on flowers, and these I know I want to pinch back. So I'll do that while we're on here now. Get rid of that one. Get rid of that one. And get rid of that one, because this baby needs to grow some more before she starts putting all of her energy into making babies of her own. Matter of fact, she's a little wilted. I'm going to have to feed her, so I'm here to do that. I'm going to give you a cup of fishy water. And let's feed her a little bit, just a little bit. There you go. she'll be ready to go in the ground pretty soon. But yeah, she's got to grow some more. She needs some more roots before we let her out babies. Now, if you notice back here, I have two different types of potatoes. I got the white skin purple potato, which is doing absolutely nothing. This is the second go round on trying to get those to root and nothing. So I think these guys are treated in some way. But the guy in the middle is called a Ratalu. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I'll put the name actually in the video. It is also a purple yam. And I did get sprouts off of this one, but it's a little bit slow. Right, I've never had this one before. It gives very, very different sprouts. Matter of fact, there's no leaves. It's just a big long thing, big long root. I'm interested to see how this goes. So stay tuned for that one. Okay. All right. So enough procrastination. Let's head on outside. Okay. Hold on. Let's see what we're working with. Now, I did air out my citrus greenhouse, so we'll be able to go right in there. Let's do that first. I've been hesitant on opening and bringing the plants out yet. Oh, excuse the mess. Because the weather gets real weird. So far, no frost, but it has gotten down into the 30s. So I've just kind of left them in here. They're not, doing anything bad. So they seem to be doing very well because, as you can see, I got flowers everywhere. Everywhere. And I just, they're waiting for a really good feeding, and they'll be ready to pop pretty soon. Waiting for those bees to get going. Now, some of the plants struggled a little bit in here, maybe because the pots were so small. But yeah, those guys are flowering too. See that there? And giving me new leaves. Yeah. So far, the only plant that did not do well, and I think I just kind of did it wrong. I was trying to make like a bit of a humidifier for this puppy, and it's the kefir plant. It's not dead, thank goodness, and I think once I actually hit it with some good stuff, when we bring it outside, it'll definitely do a bounce back. I'm almost positive of that. But I can tell this one is a little more sensitive than the other ones that I've had in here. Miracle fruit back there around the tub, doing really, really well. Tons of flowers on this one. I'm going to show you this puppy back here. I don't know if you remember it, but that one right there is leafed out. That had no leaves for 2 years. It took 2 years for that plant to come back. So this is just a note, don't give up on your citrus. Just feed it, love it, and it'll come back. Like this one, I have to get this one to come back now. I noticed a lot of that top part is dead. I'm going to have to figure out where to cut it back. What is this anyway? I think this was a new one. The clementine. Yeah, I have a hard time with these, but anyway, matter of fact, that's what that is back there that took 2 years to flower out, a type of clementine. So we're gonna snip off that dead part, feed it real good, and see if we can get a comeback on that. My Meyer lemon did not fare too well, but it was doing some real weird stuff before I put it in here. But I have plans to repot this. I have a feeling it's just root bound. We're going to repot it, and as you can see, it's fine in the way of it still being alive. It'll make a comeback and start fruiting. But yeah, we need to pot that. So that's going to happen this spring for that. My guava, I don't think I got it in time. Now, again, it's still early for this. The stalk itself seems to be okay. I don't have a knife to really check it, but I will. But my pink guava, I think, may be a goner. Now, my pineapple guava is doing fine. Like I said, there's the old stuff that needs to be cut off. Here's the new here. And I don't know if those are flowers or more leaves. So we're good there. And my strawberry guava, fine. It's doing all right. just the pink we're gonna have to worry about. Okay, so that's that in here. And pretty soon, like I said, if the weather stays the way it's supposed to and the way it's looking, we'll be able to bring these puppies out pretty soon. Yay. Okay, on to the big mess over here. This is the garden space. Like I told you, I don't come out here, so all of these are either volunteer or left from the previous season and, you know, surviving on its own. The cabbages did absolutely nothing last fall. But they look like they're trying to do something this spring. So we got, you know, some between golf ball and softball sizes that we could probably work with. All of my carrots have blossomed nicely. Matter of fact, you can't even see the mint in here anymore. But in the clover leaf. But we do have some baby carrots in here. And if I pull one, I got some nice healthy ones. They're probably going to produce nicely. But if I take one, see if you can see down here. Let's see if I can grab this one right here. This looks like it's got some little something going on. Yep. Matter of fact, I got a twofer. So these are my babies in here. I do want to use this particular bed for something else, so I may just pull these up late, early when I get ready to put some other things in here. But at least I do have something. I'll taste these a little bit later. I got a volunteer spinach plant. Oh, hold on. There we go. Got a volunteer spinach plant back there, trying to show up. Yeah, when I clean this bed, we'll yank that up and eat that. Let's see, volunteer lettuce. Came from a lot of volunteers, a lot of stuff just blowing around. My borage started to flower. This is lovely. This is a perennial, so it's going to die back. Well, depending on your area, it can be a perennial. So I'm finding out that in this area it does fine. It'll die back. Really yucky luck. But then look what's happening for spring. Getting ready for the bees and the butterflies. So we're happy about that because they are a deterrent to some bugs. So we're definitely going to put some more seeds in here and get us a nice big growth of that. Oh, the mustards that we did last year, they are starting to pop up finally. I got a nice healthy one over there. Again, another cabbage. It's got a decent sized head on it. So I have zero idea if they're going to be bitter or not. We'll just have to yank it and see. So when I get ready to clean these beds, we'll see. If I put these carrots out of the way, they're messing things up. Another volunteer lettuce. Have no idea where it came from. Got some kale, some purple kale in here. Huge lettuces in here. They're probably bitter. Matter of fact, I know they're bitter because I planted these just before the fall hit, and they did absolutely nothing until just now. Some mungwort here. That's supposed to be a deterrent. Ladybugs like them, so that'll help attract some bugs to that there. More lettuce over there, but I'll show you when I come around. I did, believe it or not, I did harvest this mustard, and matter of fact, there's a couple of them in it, and yes, it came back. My onion, if you notice that there, that's bulbing onion, and it's doing very, very well here. Got another little mustard trying to come up there, another onion there. Back to this bed here. Again, we're going to clean all this out, but maybe, sorry, a shadow. Maybe this part is edible here. This part is edible here. More onions. If you look at the base, there's going to be some nice sized onions here when I get ready to clean this out. Some of them didn't do so well back there, but I think it's probably just lack of food. What else we got? Another like baseball size cabbage. So Now this one was just my dump bed. As you can see, I put my buckets and blankets when I was trying to cover things up. But look at what happened right here. I'm actually stunned on this. This is a mustard that volunteered and landed over here, and I did not even notice. And I don't know what the difference between this bed and the one that I showed you earlier up front, but this one lost its mind. This one's ready to eat. So we're very happy about that. We'll harvest that when we're ready to plant this bed. As you can see down in the bed, it must have been rich in nutrition, because as you can see, I got mushrooms and tadpoles, is that what they're called? Toadstools, that's it, in here as well. So yeah, this one probably don't need as much feeding when it's time to let it go. If you're wondering what all these dead things, these are old peppers. Like I said, I didn't get out here and clean. Shame on me. Next time. Okay. But that one just took me by surprise back there. I can show you where they came from. This is where I initially planted my mustard seeds, and they did go to seed, and they just kind of flew all over the place. So that's where they're coming from. Now swing on around here. Again, more volunteer type lettuces. This right here I did harvest, but it decided it still wanted to grow some more. This is a collard. This is a true blue collard here that I got from my friend Dan at Home in the Sticks. So yeah, I'm going to definitely plant some more of this. This was delicious, and I'm glad to see I'm getting some volunteers on it going in here as well. I think this is a weed. I'm almost positive this is a weed. It kind of looks like romaine lettuce, but I don't remember planting any out here, and I don't remember any of it going to seed. If anybody knows, let me know. It's definitely weak. I can tell it's weak. So, like I said, again, it's all the rain and haven't been feeding it. But yeah, I didn't do it. Not intentionally anyway. This is another onion down in here, some more lettuce down in here, and another volunteer collard in here from when it came back after spring. Let's see, all of these beds are empty. I already emptied those out, and they're just ready for some feeding and turning and stuff like that. As you can see, spring is ready to spring. I'm getting some weeds and all that, so we got to take all that out. Plan on putting in my climbing type vegetables and fruits over here. So my cucumbers and melons, that type of thing is going to go in here. I'm going to repurpose these because the grapes that I had in here, as you can hear, did not survive, unfortunately. Poor things. Anyway, so we're going to rip this up and we're going to put in something annual in here. Probably put some green beans. Hey, I just saw Stardust 2's video. That's probably going to be something neat to do. Give that a shot. Anyway, more lettuce here, and it's so pretty. Good grief, that's so pretty. Now, why couldn't you do this last season? So yeah, more lettuce over here. Now this is my pride and joy as far as my cabbage is concerned. This one's a softball size here, and it's still trying to grow. So like I said, I'm gonna have to clean this bit out for this season's crop, but yeah, I think we may be able to, hopefully it's not bitter. Just fingers crossed it's not bitter. This is my garlic from last season. As you can see, the stalks, they are pretty good. Yeah, so we're gonna let these go a few more weeks until it's time to put our summer crops out here. Late spring summer crops, and then we'll pull them up and see what we got going on. I would love them to be a lot bigger. Gonna have to figure out what to do in the way of feeding these puppies so they can grow bigger. But yeah, like I said, at least I'll have some bulbs going on, so that's good on that. Okay, let's go. Bypass the mess. There's my honeysuckle growing there and coming back beautifully. That's going to be really nice. Hopefully we'll get some flowers on that this year. My Primrose Primrose. I forget. Primrose, that's it. That came back, so this is another perennial type of plant for this area. Giving that a shot. Someone gifted me an oak tree when my mom passed away, and it's starting to get its buds on here. So we're happy about that. Like I said, eventually I'll get to a place where I can actually plant it somewhere in the yard and sit under it. That would be nice. Okay, ignore all of that. That's going away. Over to my berry bushes. As you can see, it's a complete and giant mess between the new growths coming in, and we got raspberries, we got blueberries, we got tons of whatever this weed is that needs to be weeded out. Some berries did not do so well. We're going to have to cut those down or out, depending on what it looks like under the bark. I'm going to have to clean up some of the dead wood on these raspberries so they can be nice and happy, and then get them fed. This is a new addition here. It's called a tayberry. Got to cut back all the dead wood, but as you can see down there, we got some happiness happening there as well. I don't know if you can see amongst all of the weeding, there's also some alpine strawberries in here. So when I pull this stuff up, I'm going to have to be careful so I don't disturb the strawberries, but get rid of the weed. Let's see. Oh, this is a cherry tree. It's called a Carmine Jewel. I think that's what it was. Yeah. So we're going to pot that puppy up. As you can see, this came in as a stick, and it's already starting to flourish out. So that's wonderful. This is another cherry tree. These are all supposed to be dwarf type cherries from a series. And this one is a Juliet. And here's her partner, Romeo. So we're there on that. Some more raspberries, some more blackberries, getting ready to come around. This is my strawberry bed. This week I have to pull back the mulch so the sun can get to the crowns and start blossoming up. As you can see, I also have some garlic in here as well. I don't think I planted these smaller ones right. As you can see, they're all kind of clustered. I don't know if the rain moved them or what, but I don't know. I don't know about that, but the elephant ones look great. These guys look great. So what I may end up doing is buying some more of this next year, keeping the elephant ear and the strawberries together, and just use the regular garlic kind of spread out throughout the garden, sort of like the way that Diva Joan does. Just kind of find a spot and put one in. Oh, nature! Hold on. Don't get freaked out, ladies. But yeah, we have salamanders around here, and I think he's coming to check it out and see if he's got any strawberries yet. But I got news for you. We're putting a net over this puppy. Anyway, as you can see, I got another early bloomer of berries back there. I believe this is the pink lemonade I have right there. It's either pink lemonade or pink popcorn. This whole thing is pink in here, so it's either lemonade or popcorn. But yeah, starting to get some flowers. Yay! Anyway, I know this one's a late bloomer. This is one of those, I think I have a video on it when I bought this on sale at Home Depot or Lowe's, one of those. And it hasn't done anything yet, but it is alive. So I'm just gonna go back in here and prune and clean up the dead wood and see what comes this spring. We do have some other blueberries out here that are doing okay. And some strawberries, some more alpine strawberries in there. So yeah, a lot of cleanup, my herb garden needs some cleanup. That one in the middle is actually lavender. It's not quite time for it yet, so I'm gonna cut it back, and I think I'm gonna move it to my tea garden and put my rosemary in there, and then leave this one for more of the annual type of herbs down here. So again, lots of cleanup. That's coriander, or cilantro, I'm sorry, cilantro that's growing up there. Got a little bit of parsley kind of peeking out there, and some parsley peeking out over here. My bay leaf did not survive out here, so I know it's too cold here, but I do have another one in the greenhouse, so we'll know better next year. This one actually has a bunch in the greenhouse. My onions over here, spring onions, I'm gonna split those off. Maybe they may be too old, but yeah, I've been using them and they just keep coming back. So oregano and thyme and sage are knowing it's spring. So yeah, and chives. So they are happy here. Here's some more new additions. These are lychee, or lychee, depends on how you want to pronounce it. They were supposed to be subtropical, meaning they can't take our temperatures. They may not fare too well under extreme conditions here, but they should all bounce back. So this one is a high kip. That's right, high kip. And this one's actually brewed. Good grief, I cannot talk today. This one is actually, the word is going to come to me, but you know what I mean. This one's designed for colder weather. This one is a Brewster. Now, when I actually opened the box, the leaves had already kind of dried out on this one, but they're not like dry, like crumbling in your hand. It's more like I need some water type of dry. So we need to take this out and give it a good feeding and some water. I think it will be just fine. The bark on the tree is doing well. And the same with this Emperor lychee over here. Leaves are drying up and will drop, but I'm not too worried about it because, as you can see, got some new growth and new leaves, and it's going to make a comeback. Just good feeding, good potting soil, and they will be fine. And hopefully, if nothing else, this one may just give me some fruit towards the end of the season. So that would be great. We'll see. Let's see what else we got going. I'm not going to show you the pool. Don't look. Don't look at the pool. This is a strawberry tower I planted. So far, nothing yet, but we'll give it a little bit longer before we call it a bust. The crowns still feel firm in here. I just think they want some more warm weather before they decide to flower out. Ignore the mess, ignore the mess, ignore the mess. Let's see, we got some lemon balm, mint, catnip, cranberries down in there. This is my hawthorn tree. I think it was just a little too small for this container, so we're going to take this one. I think this is the only one that's alive that's left, and put it in a smaller pot until it can get better roots established. Let's see, that died. Roses. My tea plant, I need to cut that back, but as you can see, I got some new tea coming in on there, some more new tea leaves coming in over there. So yeah, we'll be drinking tea this season. That is the pot for my hibiscus. I'm actually going to move this to another area so it can do a little better, and started earlier. That was like the biggest thing. I started them too late, so we'll get into that. Some more catnip. Whatever was in there did not take. And that is chamomile down there, and some more catnip over there. All of my figs, they have not waken up yet, except for one down there, but we shall see. We shall see. I think they're, matter of fact, I think something's waking up down there, but I give it a few more weeks before I start crying. But I think they're fine. Probably need to trim it back a little bit or do something that way, but okay. These are lilies. This is my bee house that I need to put a new house in. Every time I want to put them out, the temperature drops. And I'm like, dadgummit. So if, again, I think the weather has finally decided to break and we should be able to put them out really soon. I'll videotape that. Let's see, more lilies and chamomile coming up there. All of my trees, some of them are waking up. There's my plums that look happy that are waiting for my bees to come. And some that have not yet. So we got some plums, not plums, nectarines and let's see. These are the pomegranates now. I think I'm starting to see some buds on these. So again, I've never grown these before, so we'll see. My pawpaw, again, I think the pot was just too big for the size of the plant, so I'm going to take those up. My grapes had decided to wake up, a few of them anyway. Look, yay. This is another plum. This is a summer plum, so it's probably going to take a little while for it to leaf out, but I do have my buds. Yeah. My peach trees here, these were loaded with flowers, as you can see over here. And I'm starting to get a few peaches. I don't know if you can see them, but like zoom in over there. I think you can see it. I got to get some peaches. Yay! This is awesome. Gotta get it out here and feed. This one here that's flowering here, I believe is a pluot. Oh no, I'm sorry. This is a bubblegum plum. Here, I think this is the pluot. Yes, this one's the pluot, and I'm not sure if it's gonna do what I want it to do. I think I may have gotten it one of those shady type of places, if you know what I mean. We'll see. My cherry tree is back there. Some more cherry trees back there. I think that is a blue pearl back there. Let's see, more peaches out here. Starting to get some peaches there. And pomegranate, again, got buds. I think once we get, again, get a good feeding on there. I'm like I said, I'm not sure about timing on these, but they seem to be budding, so I think we'll be all right. Arkansas black apple, or black Arkansas apple, something like that. Again, got it in one of those shady places, so I don't know. It could just be a stick, or it could be just asleep. We shall see. There's a lot of seeing going on, isn't it? My olive trees are starting to flower back out. I do have a couple of apple trees back there that are flowering back out, which are nice. The two in the very far back, it's one with the green and yellow tag and the one with the white tag back there, did absolutely nothing last year. So what I plan on doing with those is cutting them down and going to graft onto them. If the rootstock is still alive, I'm going to graft onto those and get me some apples, daggone it. But the other apples, the Golden Delicious, and I forget what the other one is, and it's too far for me to reach, but those are starting to bud on out. That's wonderful. This is my, let's see, my Ichi-ki-Kei-Jiro Persimmon tree. Again, not sure if it's ready, but I do have bud. I see bud wood, and I do know this is a slow going tree, but I think this one's actually going to do something. I don't know if you can see right there. I hope you can get that because the sun's in my eye, but I hope you can see that. So we got some budding wood down there, and unfortunately we've still got the rootstock trying to send up sprites here, but again, that tells me it's at least alive. But I need it to take its energy from here and send it up here. That's what I need it to do. And then lastly, I want to show you my loquats. As you can see, I did have a blanket on there, but it blew off, and that's because I did not know about the clothesline pin trick. And unfortunately did get some winter damage, and it's really sad. Those would have been fruit this year, but they got hit with the damage, so no fruit this year on Big Jim, but not to worry. Got new life, got new flowers, not flowers, new leaves coming in. Gotta feed it really, really well. Maybe next season what I'm going to do is go ahead and put it in the greenhouse as well, so I don't have to nurse it so much. It's supposed to be able to tolerate, sort of like the lychee, it's supposed to be able to tolerate our weather to a point, and I think, you know, they were doing fine, really well, and like I said, I would cover them up when we were ready for a frost, but this one time I didn't do it quite right, and well, that's what happened. But these are resilient trees. They would bounce back, as you can see. So that's it, guys. I think that's the whole garden. As you can see, I got a lot to do, but now that the sun is out and spring has sprung here in Memphis, I have the energy to do it. All right, guys, I'm going to head back in and get back to work. I wish you all a wonderful day. Please be safe and well, and I will see you on the flip side. Love you, garden family. Bye. One more thing, I forgot to show you some more of my new additions. How can I forget to show you my banana trees? You see, they've been in the wrapper. I've had these for about 2 or 3 months now. I didn't want to put them outside for natural reasons, but they are putting on some new leaves. Matter of fact, this is the second one. This is the first one that actually came out real pretty. This is the second one here, and the first one, actually the second one down here is the first one there. So even just being wrapped up in the paper, they're doing fine. They are called Grand Nain, N-A-I-N, or N-A-I-N-E, something like that. But they are a dwarf variety. They can be grown in pots. I'm just not sure when to put them out yet. I think we're expecting to get back into the 40s sometime in the next few days, so I'm a little leery about putting them out. So to my banana growers, if you can tell me when's a good time, like what's the temperature range to start putting these back outside, that would be great. And then these two sticks right here, one is a soursop and the other one is a sugar apple. Sugar apple here. Now, the sugar apple looks like it has buds on it, so that should be ready to go outside a little bit. Again, this is one of those tropical things. I want to make sure the temperature's right before I put them out. Actually, I think this is more subtropical. So this one may actually be okay to start outside yet. I got to do some more research. But so far on the soursop, not seeing much budding going on here, and I'm gonna be very upset because I paid a pretty penny for this tree. But on the tag, where is it? I'm not dead. Yeah, I'm not dead. So so to anybody that's actually growing a soursop, if you can let me know if this is excuse me, I should say there's flexibility in the branch. So yeah, it's not dead, but I know this one is definitely sensitive to cold weather, and I'm almost positive that it cannot go below 50 for this one. But if someone who's growing a soursop can confirm that, then I'll know to wait much longer to put that one out. But yeah, those are my new additions. If you're wondering what those buckets are for and those boxes, that's my wine making stuff. Yes, a monster has been created. But anyway, those are my new additions, guys. That's all I got to share with you. I will talk with you all later. Be blessed. See you on the flip side.